Well, hello guys. So after quite a few hours of road tripping through the Karoo, we finally arrived at Blanco Guest Farm. I'm so excited to experience this farm, the farm life, the family life, and try and understand the essence of this place and why people come back year after year after year. From what I believe, some people have been coming back for 2-3 generations. So we are going to go inside and we're going to find out just why this place is so magical and people just want to keep coming back here. So follow me, let's go.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Emery. Nice to meet you. Hi, Emery. Nice to meet you.
Cheryl. Nice to meet you. Welcome at Blanco Guest Farm.
Thank you. It's so lovely to be here. I heard so much about this place. I had to come and visit.
Lovely to have you. I'm Cheryl. I'm a general manager at Blanco Guest Farm.
Hi, I'm Emery. I'm also a manager here at Blanco Guest Farm. People want to come to Blanco Guest Farm because it's such a family-friendly environment. The parents can relax, the kids can run around free. We have nannies to take care of the children, so the parents really don't have to worry about anything. So it's just safe, it's fresh air, it's a space for everyone to just recharge and rejuvenate and just reconnect as a family. Here we go. Shoot that way. Shoot that way.
Okay, so the food that we serve is you get breakfast. It's like a buffet, and then there's a country style lunch that we serve, and then we get a 5-course dinner, which consists of soup, starter, main course, and dessert. And then we also have mid-morning tea and mid-afternoon tea with cake and biscuits.
Quite a bit of activities for everyone here at Blanco. We have everything from bowling to golf to horse riding, tennis, squash, you name it. There's literally nothing that you can't do here. We've got hiking trails. We have a swimming pool for the kids, a playground for the kids. So there's really, really something for everyone here.
What did you guys do? What did you see?
The only animal we saw was cows.
Oh gosh, but the tractor ride was fun.
Yes, yeah. There was a playground and we went in the woods and it was. And then I made a bridge and they made a fire.
Oh, that is so cool.
People come here after here because it's such a. It's just.
It's difficult to actually put it in words.
It's like.
People make friends here, and I think it's really the experience. Make friends here, and I think it's really the experience. People come for the experience and they get so comfortable knowing that everything is being taken care of and they don't need to worry about anything.
Yeah, especially the mommies. They don't have to worry about their kids. They don't need to worry about washing dishes, deciding on what to make for dinner or I think it's just
And also the couples get to spend some time together, and I think it's all really just the friendships that get formed here really makes it worth people coming back.
So guys, I'm here with two return visitors at Blanco Guest Farm. I've got Ari on my right and Faye on my left. Guys, welcome to the show and thanks for chatting to me.
Thanks for having us.
Well, Ari, I just want to find out from you, when did you start coming to Blanco and why do you come back?
First trip here was 4 years ago. I got invited with a bunch of friends and didn't actually know that something like this existed in the Karoo, such a big sort of holiday destination. And we came here on a hunting trip and also with families to enjoy the place. And just ever since been coming back every year, obviously not for COVID, but I come back every year and we're trying to make it bigger and bigger with our families and
Fantastic. And Faye, I believe you've been coming here for quite a while. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, so I first came when I was a little girl, probably 2 years old in a nappy running around. And our parents came with a whole bunch of their friends and all the kids. And it's just a beautiful family-oriented holiday destination. And I think for us as kids, the parents could still have their good time. Kids go away, they've got nannies that look after you, and to come back now with our families and hopefully one day our kid, I think we'll keep coming back every year and just giving them the experience that we got when we were kids.
Absolutely, and this is very family orientated. You know, we've got this little scene going on behind us of a little birthday party. Now, you guys, you got a big group that came out. You know, is it just for the fun of it, just for celebrations? How come did you guys all come out on this specific trip?
So it's part of the thing we try and do annually. So the first time we came, we were only 2 families, or 3 of us. 3 families, and every year we try and, well, don't try, every year more people come. So now there's 9 families on this trip.
Wow.
Nine families on this trip, and it just happened to be one of the kids' birthdays, so we thought this was a great place for him to celebrate his 6th birthday, and hence the party which is going on. And I think every year it'll get more and more and more. Hopefully one year we'll have the place booked out.
Fabulous. I'm sure
We'll
Blanco
try.
Guest Farm won't complain. Now, you mentioned, Faye, that there's so much to do here. What are your favorite activities besides just chillaxing?
So we always like to start the morning with a walk around the mountain. It's about an 8-kilometer walk, and the dams are full this time around, so it's really beautiful. And then, trying to convince Ari to play some tennis with me later. There's, I think, a bowls tournament happening later. The boys have a mashy golf going on.
Fantastic.
So, there's just a lot to do and a variety of things to do.
That's very, very true. Guys, thank you so much for chatting to me. You can see it's very, very family orientated here. Even the animals join in. And this little fellow even went for a little jog with me this morning.
Oh, sweet man.
But guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your stay. It was lovely. Awesome chatting to you guys.
Thank you very
Cool,
much.
thank you so much.
So,
Happy with that? Okay, and you can look out the windows and you can have a look around, but you don't take your
Are we
seatbelt off.
going high?
Listen! Don't touch anything in the helicopter. When we land, okay, you stay in your seats, okay, until the door is opened and you get told that you can take your seatbelts off. Okay, there's no whining, there's no crying allowed on the helicopter because it's only for big kids. Okay, so if you cry, the helicopter can't come back. Alright, you're going to have a quick fly around the helicopter. You're going to have a look at all the beautiful mountains, and you're going to have a look at the farm from nice and high. Okay? But there's no crying, there's no whining. You sit there, you have a look around, you enjoy yourselves, no shouting, okay, and no touching anything. Everyone happy with that? Is Dad going to go with you?
Yes.
Is Dad going to go with them? Perfect. Okay, you guys are going to go first. Okay, and then girls, you're going to go. All right, and then we're going to have a grown-up, and we're going to have 3 kids in each flight.
Wait, just wait, mate.
you want to sit in front?
I'll sit in back.
Okay, you can sit in front.
I'm back.
Okay, then you have to be in the front. You have to be in the front with me, is that okay?
Headphones?
Jump here. Okay, no, sit.
No touching.
Sit. Ryan, jump in the middle. No. There we go.
Seatbelt, I need seatbelt.
I'll help you now. Okay, Faisal.
Who's
So
Fuzzle?
don't worry about the strap ones for him for the shoulders.
Who's Fuzzle?
Yeah, no. Okay,
Who's Fuzzle? I can't believe.
there we go. That goes over there.
No, I want to be in the back.
No, you good, bro.
You're fine.
So guys, we're still at the beautiful Blanco Guest Farm and Resort, and I've got Gert here with me that's been at the farm, or on the farm rather, for just over 10 years. Gert, thank you so much for chatting to me.
Oh, thank you for.
It's absolutely beautiful, gorgeous here. We love it. It's just so tranquil. As we were saying when we were walking just now, there's nothing to do, yet there's everything to do, right?
Yeah, listen, Blanco provides so much things on always,
Yes.
on every aspect. There's something to do at Blanco.
Definitely, definitely. But before we touch on that, I just want to get a brief history on the farm. Obviously, you know a little bit more about the history of the farm. Can you maybe tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, listen, so Blanco is a real old girl, eh? So
Love it.
yeah, we can go back to probably the end of the 1822s when the thought actually really started.
Wow.
And then the current owners, Chris and Kim, bought it from their uncle, Patrick Ryan, and they took up this, I think, this huge project, actually, a life project.
Yes.
And they successfully done it so far. You know.
Yes. Because there's a lot of return guests, from what I believe.
A lot of return guests from previous generations even already. Hey, yeah. And so it goes on, and we're already going into the next generation.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
insane.
which is crazy. Yeah.
That is just something that is just very special.
Yeah.
Absolutely special.
Absolutely.
Now tell me, the farm itself, it's still a working farm, right?
Still a working farm. Yeah, you'll see us not faffing around our guests all the time, because there's always everything to do around here. We're still, like you say, working farm. We're still having cattle around and the horses, things that break, of course.
as they do.
As they do. And so in between we've got the guests, but which is also very important to us.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's always something on a working farm. Eh?
Yes. And what do you farm here predominantly?
On Blanco itself, we do just cattle.
Okay.
But our border farms are doing cattle, goats, and sheep as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So being Karoo, we're pretty much a sheep country, sheep area.
Yes. And now tell me, this morning when I went for my little jog, I see that there's a marked trail here. So I believe there's some trail running that happens here. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we just passed our trail run. We had some organisers doing that for us for a few now, but this last one we sort of like flying solo.
Oh wow!
And what a successful one it was.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we had quite a few runners coming in from all over us actually, and everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And a pretty challenging run.
Oh yes.
But if you want to go cross country, of course you want something more challenging. Eh?
Awesome. But now you guys also have a number of little trails here. Can you tell me a little bit more about those?
So we try to incorporate the trail run areas as walks as well.
Fantastic.
But yeah, we've got some 4x4 tracks around that one of them are not fainted harders can go up into. And we've got quite a bit of game around as well. So the Oaks do like to walk around. You know, there's some cyclists. We've got some loop roads where they can go onto.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, pretty nice for the more exercise type person.
Yes.
The
And
outdoor.
Absolutely. And I mean, you can't come to this amazing area and not
being an outdoor person, of course. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're surrounded by the most amazing mountains.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. If you do look around you, hey, this is what Blanco all about.
The mountains.
The mountains, the outdoors. It's just you have to be like really free and to enjoy yourself, and this is what Blanco about.
Oh, fantastic.
You can actually see what in our happenings today. Everyone was just doing the same thing, their own thing, and making it their own, you know.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. And then obviously here behind us there's some beautiful horses, so you offer horse trails as well?
Yes, yeah. Well, horse trails not so much, but the horse riding.
Okay.
Yeah, horse riding. We've got different stages of horse riding that we provide. Also from like very beginners till advanced. And as you can see, there's a few farm horses, boerperde.
Awesome.
Yeah, very well trained, very tame horses as well.
Yes, they've got beautiful temperaments.
Very much, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we are going to go on a horse ride just now, guys, and we will let you know all about that. Gert, thank you so much for chatting to me.
Thank you very much.
It's fantastic to be here.
Love you to have you.
So, let's get on horseback, guys. Luckily, you don't need to steer these guys too much because they know the route, they know what's required of them, they know what's needed, and they just do their thing. These horses are super cool, so well behaved. There's just something so amazing about being on horseback on a farm in the mountains. Perfect. Beautiful. Blanco Guest Farm is situated in the foothills of the amazing and mighty Winterberg Mountains. This makes it the perfect terrain for stunning horse trails, trail running, hiking and mountain biking. The horse rides are not included in your daily rate, but can be booked daily during your stay. All abilities from beginners to advanced riders are catered for. There is also a kiddies ride led by an experienced groom just after 8 in the morning and again just after 4 in the afternoon. These rides are complimentary for the little ones. For the trail race enthusiasts, they have an epic half marathon and 10k trail run through the mountainous terrain surrounding Blanco in May of every year. This challenging trail race offers breathtaking views with paths that guide you through the beautiful and diverse landscapes of Blanco. There is also a very challenging 4x4 trail through the beautiful mountains that surround Blanco for those who want to put themselves and their vehicles to the challenge. You can take some drinks along and stop on top of the mountain for sundowners with a beautiful view of Blanco. The 4x4 trail can also be used for hiking, running, or for a real technical mountain bike ride for those who are up for it. Blanco also sports a game camp for guests to walk, run, mountain bike, horse ride, or 4x4 through. Expect to see springbok, karoo, impala, blesbok and black wildebeest whilst traversing the game camp, and don't forget the more than 160 recorded bird species.
Hello. Does this horse make my bum look big?
Blanco is a working farm, so many of the daily activities revolve around the animals. There is a range of animals for kids to see and to learn about, from cattle to chickens to pigs and of course the horses. He knows where he wants to go. An abandoned kayak. Actually, I don't want to see a kayak right now.
Triggering.
I'm traumatized by the kayak.
Triggering.
I'm just a kayak.
Are you enjoying your ride?
I'm loving my ride. It is epic. It is so much fun. There's absolutely no shortage of accommodation here at Blanco. Guests can choose from comfortable and cozy country cottages, the country house, or the latest addition to Blanco, the stately manor house. All accommodation is serviced and freshened up daily, and the rooms are equipped with heaters and electric blankets for the cold months and fans during the warmer months. We were lucky enough to stay in the beautiful manor house with spectacular views of the mountains and the Blanco countryside and the most amazing sunsets and sunrises. The country house can be used as a self-catering cottage, or you can make use of the Blanco dining room facilities, which of course we recommend as those meals are simply insanely delicious. The country house is nestled underneath the Kranskop mountain with a private lawn overlooking the veggie gardens and an open veranda at the back to experience the view while enjoying your sundowners. For more information on the Blanco experience and the daily rates, please consult their website blancoguestfarm.co.za. All rates include all meals, which is a full English breakfast, a country-style lunch, a 5-course dinner, plus mid-morning and mid-afternoon teas with treats. And after the eventful day that we had and the Sunset Horse Trail, we're off to go and have dinner.
Yep, I'm Pierre Bester and I'm from Port Elizabeth and we're Blanco Guest Farm. I think I first came here in about 1962. I must have been 10 at the time. We came here for 3 or 4 years. Bronwyn and I got married, and then when our kids reached an age, we said, well, where can we go on holiday? And said, let's go to Blanco. And we came here for about 20 years in a row, and we had skipped a few recently when our kids left home, and we're back here again probably for the 3rd visit with our daughter and her family.
And we've had a family reunion from our family in Australia
our
with
family
their
in
grandchildren.
That's quite right. And
Yeah.
my in-laws from New Zealand have been here, and my mother-in-law was so intrigued with this place. She would spend most of the time flat on her back taking photographs of the blue sky with her Instamatic, I think
That
it's a
little
Kodak.
camera,
Yeah, so this is just a wonderful place to come back to. This is just a wonderful place to come back to, and I think the fact that our daughter wants to come back with her family, that the fact that my son came from Australia and wanted to come to Blanco, it's just wonderful memories. It's fun.
Well, we started, our youngest son, Michael, is now 33, and we first came, he must have been about 18 months young, and so we had the lovely ladies who helped as nannies in those times. And I remember as a working mum of 3, to come to a place, not have to worry about food and safety of the children. But Michael was on a nanny's back, and I used to run between the cottages so he wouldn't see me. But the Lion's Den was just so wonderful. When that bell rang, the kids used to come from out there everywhere to answer to the bell, and such that when we got home one year we bought a bell, and so I had a little brass bell in the kitchen. When instead of shouting for them to come to the supper table, I rang the bell and it worked.
And I think what was good about Blanco, when we came here all those years, it was the same people. Year after year. We shared a table with 3 other couples from Cape Town. Must have been for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And their kids were similar age to ours. And it was like having a dinner party for 8 every night.
Without having to even peel a potato. It was brilliant.
Yeah,
and
wonderful.
Yeah, and we asked our eldest son when we were walking down to what we call Mosipopoko,
around the corner past Cyrilhurst, which is where Kim and Chris stay. The rocks are stained with mossy urine, so they're all very
so we
white.
Called it
Mosipopoko.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And we said, so what do you really enjoy about Blanco? And Jean-Pierre, he must have been about 9 or 10, actually same age as David John now.
Yeah.
And he said, it's so free here, Mum. There's freedom here. And so, because they can ride their bikes, they can play their tennis, they always knew it was safe. It was really safe.
Yeah.
But we used to save like mad to come as a family of 5. But when you got here, you didn't spend any money. You didn't have to entertain the kids because everything was on.
That wonderful locker system in the bar, and you got the fridge with your cottage name on it, and your locker with a dog that's been sitting on that
forever.
On that cupboard since I was a kid, I think, and just wonderful. It just so good, and the facilities. Forget the food, and which is just good old Karoo course. And if you think of the bowls, the golf, the tennis, the squash. I see the squash courts are now beautifully renovated, stunningly renovated at the moment. The walks around the mountain. Can we tell you a story about when you fell down the mountain?
Oh yeah, that was really bad family love. That. Yes, I fell down the mountain and ended up on a
prickly pear bush, and I
through my jeans.
I pulled the thorns out of her bum, which the thorns.
And the kids just laughed. You know, what sort of love is that for a mum? I mean, really, But it was.
But also, our little grandkids now, they're in the Lion's Den having supper, and just off the main dining room is that other little dining room, and it's the teenagers. Now, in our time, in the heyday when we came, there were probably 30 or 40 teenagers at that table, and it was in batting order from the oldest to the youngest.
Well, from 10 years old, you could only come into
from
the
10, that's right,
could only
yep.
come to the dining room
And then
when you're 10.
if somebody arrived the next day and they were older than this bat, they slotted in there and everybody moved down. Lovely traditions that still are at Blanco. They've changed, but things have to change. You know, they can't stay the same. But the essence and the core of it has not changed.
It's family,
anything.
and you. I mean, you and I've come just as a couple, and you just blend in. You know, even without the children, without the family. But we also we had a couple of traditions on arrival. After we'd unpacked everything, Pierre would sit down in the room. The kids would be with us, and he'd throw his car keys into the back of the wardrobe, and that's where the car keys stood. We never turn that car on until we left.
Yeah.
And then when it was the night before leaving, Pierre would call a family meeting. We'd all sit around on the bed, have the family vote. So guys, do you want Dad to rebook? Yes, definitely. So then you'd go back. And so year after year, we came. So our families are
and it's always been June. It was the second week of school holidays every year.
Yeah, we come in the cold. We've never been here at Christmas.
I came in summer as a kid.
Yeah.
But since we've been coming, it's always been cold, snow, frost.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, beautiful.
Yeah.
And
and it's just common ground. You know, you just make new friends. You make acquaintances because there's a common love for the outdoors, a common love for nature.
Like your little tattoo that you've got of the rhino. Yeah, it's when you come here, or if you go to a national park, you're going to meet soort by soort, if I can say that. It's the same type of people who enjoy your same values, high values, I might add, because the people are very ethical and respect the nature that been God given to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's terribly important. Yeah. And but I don't know what else I can say. That if I talk anymore, I'm going to need a sip of wine or something like that.
But it's, I mean, we've watched World Rugby, All Black South Africa rugby test full of
that
people.
Television, the guys.
Absolutely.
4 o'clock in the morning, because that was the days of in New Zealand. This room was chock-a-block.
Watching
and might I say to my All Black wife, New Zealand wife, I'm not so sure the All Blacks ever beat us while we were sitting in this room.
We'll go back in history and we'll have a look at that. But it's just such incredible camaraderie, and whether you've got children or haven't got children, you come in and you just get absorbed. And the hospitality is just beautiful.
The people now, you don't know them. You've got no idea who they are, but you can sit and have a drink with them, liaise with them, talk to them, and when you leave here, you know a bit more about them. And I think you said a lovely thing, tell us your story.
Yeah.
You find out from people about their story. And the more we can do that, I think the better this world's going to be.
Absolutely. I agree.
So how do you even describe the beauty that is Blanco Guest Farm, guys? There's mountains, there's activities, there's farm life, there's family, there's just so much that you can do here. Unfortunately, our time here at Blanco Guest Farm has come to an end, sadly so. But we will be back, and we need to come and get more of the Blanco Guest Farm magic. So we're going to hit the road, and we'll see you in the next episode of Go Well with Sharon in our whirlwind road trip around this amazing Eastern Cape.